Alright, so I'm using this tank because, well, it's what I have. And it doesn't need to be that big because the matamata is not very big at all, and he's not really going to move a lot. And by the time next summer comes, he's going to have a nice, big, spacious, outdoor, very naturalistic enclosure. So this is basically going to be his winter setup, and just right here in my office where I can keep an eye on him. I wanted to do it downstairs where it'd be more of a display tank, but thinking it over, it gets a little drafty downstairs, and I'm always feeling like it's hot in my office, so I figure what better place for a South American species than in my hot, swampy office. Alright, so first I'm going to grab my bag of sand that I've been saving over here, and we're going to rinse the sand out in this bucket next to the sulcata. It's sitting on the hose, of course. But yeah, we're going to use this bag of sand for the aquarium for the matamata turtle. Alright, so there's a lot of ways to rinse sand. As many ways as there are to rinse sand, this is how I do it. I literally will just put the hose in here and just kind of work it around in there, just a whole lot. You're just going to try and get all that scum and dirt out of there. And pretty much after that, I just let it, you really want to stir up the bottom. And I'm going to kind of put this bucket on a little bit of a grade, and I'm just going to let it overflow. So yeah, this is how I clean out the dirt from the water. I'll keep agitating the hose every few minutes, and then I'll just keep checking on this until it runs clear, and kind of let it run here. One of the neat things about the matamata turtle is they look just like a leaf. Even their head has these like little pointed shapes to it, sort of like this leaf you see here. So I'm gonna get a bunch of these style leaves and some other mixed leaves, and kind of combine them in there. I think the more they look like a matamata turtle, the better. He's just gonna feel so at home, so camouflaged in here. I think all these leaves are really gonna give him exactly what he wants. Also gonna combine this with some driftwood. And the added benefit of the leaves being in there is it's gonna give them that more acidic water quality that they like. And it's gonna bring that pH down to probably somewhere around a 6. I'll do a pH test before I add him to the tank, just to make sure everything's just right. But, I mean, how cool is that? The water is looking a little more clear. Let's keep looking for leaves. All right, so I'm pre-soaking these leaves, kind of getting them nice and wet so that when I do actually add them to the tank, they'll go straight to the bottom and not float at the top. So now that I got them wet, we're gonna let them soak, go back to the sand. So as you can see, the sand is getting more clear. You can see this layer of scum up here at the top. Just gonna take that off the top. Pretty gross stuff. But we're gonna keep shoving this hose down into the sand, see what else we can stir up, because I know this isn't gonna come perfectly clear. If you cut it short, you're just gonna be paying for it later, and the tank's gonna take days to get clear. So it's better to do the work now. Alright, so that lighting looks a lot better. Now that everything's lit a little bit better, and we have the tank in here, the sand is ready. So let's go downstairs, let's get some sand, start putting it in here, and let's start building this tank. So I'm gonna scoop it a little bit at a time, and this way I can also kind of spread it out and not just dump it all in one spot. So that's just how I do it. So one thing I figured out is doing it a few scoops at a time is kind of like making a sandcastle. It kind of sticks to the cup, and then you turn it upside down and it just wants to kind of come out like that. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Alright, so done with the sand for right now. I'm going to take the rest of the sand that's left in the bucket and I'm going to put it in the main pond for the soft shell. He's got a little area where sometimes he drags the sand out of there over time swimming to and from. So I got a little bit of sand left over. Why not let my soft shell benefit from it? So when you see me next, I'll be doing some gravel. So rinsing the gravel the same way we did the sand. Just let the water run, let the water do all the work for you. Come back and check it later. And now, once your water runs perfectly clear like this, you are ready to unload. So, it looks good. This is gonna look nice mixed with that sand and some driftwood. All right, so now I'm back. I've got all my gravel. My head is missing. There it is. All right, now I have all my gravel. We're gonna scoop some out, spread it around evenly across the bottom. This way it kind of holds down the sand and gives it kind of that more natural river bottom look. And then we're gonna go back over it with all those leaves and some driftwood. And by the time we're done, it should look pretty natural. All right, that's it. So now we're ready for driftwood. All right, so I'm now ready to add some of my driftwood. So I'm just gonna put this little piece here. This piece may float. I think it usually does, but then this one is really neat because it's a thicker piece, has a little arch to it. And I think it's gonna be really nice sitting like that, and he can kind of tuck underneath there. And now we're gonna start adding all the little We're gonna start adding all those little plants, all those little leaves are gonna start going in here, and we're gonna start really making it into what a real matamata turtle habitat should look like. The goal is really to fill all the little nooks and crannies where this turtle might hide with some leaves. This also is going to help tan in the water and give it a good pH. So forgive the poor quality of this video. I'm just recording it with my phone because I threw some fish in here and he's active and close to the front of the tank. Gives you kind of an idea of what he does, but try to ignore the fact you can see my fingers in the reflection. But it's fun to see him kind of hunt and get a little more active. Fish is gone. Look at that smile. Let's put a smile on that face. So kind of in the process of building this tank, I had several missteps as far as some of the stuff I had, like that filter you see to the far right doesn't work. It was supposed to work, but it didn't. And then one of the lights didn't work, so right now I've just kind of rigged up that light. This is just gonna be a winter setup, and then as soon as it's warm enough, this turtle is going to spend probably from May all the way till early October outdoors in a natural habitat, set up pretty much just like this. And he's just a little guy, so this smaller tank is going to be fine for him. He has plenty of places to kind of get in here and hunt for fish like he's doing right now. I think this fish is about to become an ex-fish. Definitely having fun sneaking up on everything in here, and he blends in so well. Just over the next few days, it's going to get a little bit better. It'll become a little more naturalized. I'm going to introduce more types of plants I might even make the water a little bit deeper just because with the logs and everything, he has plenty of ways to climb up, and that neck is just so long. But I'm pretty pumped. I'm enjoying watching him, you know, roam around in here and enjoy all the hiding spots. It's fun to walk in here and try and find him. That's definitely a challenge each time. Thanks for watching this video. I appreciate all the views. I appreciate all the nice comments you guys leave me. Thanks for sticking through on this one. Again, like I said before in the previous matamata video where I unboxed him, I couldn't be happier to be working with this turtle. Really glad to have given him a setup that will hopefully last him pretty well through the winter. And just, you know, it's one of the coolest turtles on earth. Oh, I just got a fish. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe. And there'll be plenty more videos of this turtle coming soon. And thanks for watching.